It's the most popular juice in the world, yet it's also one of the most overlooked juices in the world. Hi, it's Dan with EUJUICERS.COM, and in this video I'm going to show you a recipe about how you can turn regular orange juice into something a little more special, a little more nutritious. Now, why is orange juice overlooked? I think because it's kind of ubiquitous. It's everywhere. It's the most common juice in stores. If you're at the hotel breakfast buffet, there's always a pitcher of orange juice. And you just kind of get used to it. And there's also a big difference between the flavor of fresh pressed orange juice versus the stuff you would buy in the store. In the store, it's pasteurized. It's lost most of its nutrition. Maybe some extra nutrients have been added later. And a lot of times it's not even the first ingredient on the bottle. You know, there's water, sugar, then orange juice after that. But there's a lot of benefits to juicing orange juice. First of all, it does have a pretty good nutritional content. It's loaded with vitamin C and vitamin D. It does have a fairly high amount of sugar, so if it's too much for you, you can dilute it. It's also really easy to juice because there's such a high juice content. It's readily available. You can get oranges any time of the year, and they're really inexpensive based on how much juice you can get out of an orange. Oranges are also used as a good starter juice if you're trying to get your kids into juicing. If you're trying to get them away from soft drinks or even those juice boxes that really don't have much juice in them, orange juice is a good way to start. And over time, you can gradually add things to it, like I'm going to do in this recipe here as they get more used to having some veggies mixed in with their juice. So let's take a look at the recipe I've got here. And I start with oranges. You can get Valencia, navel, doesn't matter. You just want to make sure you peel the oranges. Don't try to juice an orange with peel on it because the peel has really bitter oils in there, and that will really make the taste pretty bad. Besides that, what I do, I just cut off the peels here, and I've sliced the oranges into segments. If you've got a big wide mouth juicer, you could even throw the whole orange in there after you've peeled it. I've also got carrots, and I typically in this recipe just do an even ratio of oranges to carrots. Here I have 3 oranges and there's 7 carrots, but it's about 400 grams of each. I probably won't use it all. I'll see how much until the glass is filled up. But carrots are a great complement for oranges. That's because they have a kind of a richer, earthy taste. They give it a creamier consistency, and they balance that brightness of oranges really well. They also have a good nutrition boost, especially the vitamin A and beta carotene in there is really healthy. Besides that, I have 3 more ingredients here. I have lime, I have ginger, and I have mint. Now with the lime, you don't have to peel it, but if you're gonna go with an unpeeled lime, make sure you cut it up into little pieces because the lime peel in a big piece is really leathery, and it can actually block the juicer, could cause some problems, excess pressure. Also make sure it's an organic lime, otherwise you'll be getting any pesticides that were sprayed on it. Besides that, I've got a little piece of ginger. Use that according to taste. Ginger adds a nice spicy kick to it, and the ginger and the lime make a great combination with these 2 guys. Finally, I've got some mint. I just put in a little bit. You can add all sorts of different kinds of mints. I picked this in the garden today. That's just regular old spearmint. And just a couple of leaves, again, according to taste. So again, the recipe, an equal amount of oranges and carrots, and then a lime, a piece of ginger according to taste, and if you want, you can add some spinach. So I'm going to get started. One nice thing about oranges, like I said, they can be juiced in any kind of juicer. We normally recommend slow juicers for all our juice recipes, but citrus does well even in high-speed juicers. That's because of that high ascorbic acid, vitamin C content that helps to retard oxidation. But I'm going to be using the Sauna 727 today. That's probably my favorite juicer at this time. It's got variable speed, it gets a good yield, and it's just easy to use. And in terms of the order of juicing, I'll alternate the oranges and the carrots, and they both will juice well. Nothing's going to get clogged up. And then I'll add the ginger and the lime towards the end. So I'll start with some orange. So that made about a little over half a liter. This glass is 600 milliliters. And again, that was from 3 oranges. There was, well, let's go by weight. About 400 grams of orange, 400 grams of carrots, a little piece of ginger, a little lime, and a handful of mint. So I'm going to try that out, see how it tastes. Yeah, that's a real good mix. Really good mix. You taste the orange, but you taste that kind of earthy sweetness of the carrot. But the thing that really stands out, I think, is that ginger and lime and mint. That really adds a lot to it. It just brightens it up. Just, I don't know, makes me want to have more. So I encourage you to try this recipe and try different things. You know, you can even add things like spinach to orange juice. The only problem is spinach is going to make the resulting juice brown, so it doesn't look so good, but it tastes really good. Baby spinach has a real mellow flavor. You could add pineapple and coconut milk with some ice in a blender. It makes a really refreshing drink in the summer. So there's a lot of good things. Just remember, don't overlook oranges. They're a good starter ingredient, and they really should be something that could be juiced more often. And that should wrap it up. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear it. If you have any recipe ideas or some favorite recipes of yours, please leave them in the comments below. I'd like to see them. Thanks for watching this video. I'm Dan with EU Juicers, and I'll see you next time.